know, I just watched a video for PoE2, and the guys that came in here the other day and said bleeding was bad. It was a warrior who used one skill on a boss, on like a max level, like in-game boss, and he hit it one time. He did like 25% of the boss's health, and then the bleeding killed the rest of the boss. That doesn't seem bad. So we can make this better.
Use shield wall to ram your shield into the... Hold down the button for resonance. Earth Shatter is a slam that creates a spike of rock. Using Warcry skills nearby will cause the rock to explode. Try placing several rocks and destroying them all at once. Leap Slam is useful for closing in on enemies and stunning them. It is even more effective against enemies with broken armor. Lightning rods stick into the ground after impact. Any chaining lightning skill, such as Lightning Arrow, can hit these rods and cause them to explode again. Voltaic Mark will make an enemy more vulnerable to being shocked. When Sniper's Mark will make an enemy more vulnerable to your next critical hit. Shield Charge is best used for stunning a small...
You are relentless.
I want to get rid of this. We either go into thorns, or I want to go for where is it? I know we need this, and I want probably this block chance. We want the block chance and the armor here. Maybe all this, but I don't know if we want to go all the way, because we don't need this and we don't need the flat armor, so we might get these in this part. But I want to grab these. 14% increased damage with hits against burning enemies. 14% increased damage with hits against burning enemies. 15% increased chance to ignite. 15. 12% of physical damage as extra fire damage. I think could be good. I think if we could get this and the other one on the other side, which would give us like 4 mana or whatever per block, that'd be really cool as well. Because then we would be able to get 20 down there. Like there's like 20 or 30 life that you can get per block. And then if we had this and the other one, you'd be like more towards 40. And then there's mana turns into life somewhere. But I think this down here is potentially good for burning and stuff. And it would help our melee attack if we spec into burning. And then there's other ones that we can get. Critical damage bonus against burning enemies, 10% chance to refresh ignite, duration on crit. 12% increased chance to ignite. Yeah, I think going into burning is going to be better because, so like down here, I think it is. Basically, the burning damage increases hits against ignited enemies, and thorns should be hits. And if thorns can proc ignite, which I don't know, but if it can, it'll be good. But there's also a burning tree somewhere that's like 30% more damage against burning enemies. Which is something that bleed can't do. Like bleed can't increase the damage per hit that you take. It only bleeds them after you hit. But somewhere in here there's a 30% extra damage against burning enemies. And shock is only 20%, and shock doesn't have a damage over time effect, which is why I'm gonna. I think we should go towards fire. But there's also a thing that we can put on our stuff to give us 100% increased shock on a sigil, whatever, for skills. I don't remember what skills this guy has. I forgot that we had the bow that does double attacks. I think this affected our accuracy. I have no problems here. Still haven't played in a while. actually could stun him. I don't know what's causing the stun or whatever on these guys. What happens with the gas arrow? They changed this guy. He didn't do that before. I should really try to, like, thinking about it, the game that I wanted to make, I could probably make in an ARPG style, which would be nice. And then when it comes to boss fights, I think I would be pretty good at predicting how people would actually play the boss fight. And make some, like, interesting changes, you know? Like, imagine if the boss was never done, like it always adapted.
Need more money.
Piece of cake. Piece of go. Now, we need to go back to gas arrow. I'm a little split, because I mean, poison arrow works good, but gas arrow's good versus everything but fire, basically. Plague. What happened to the +1? Oh. I gotcha. Easy to get you.
Me pockets are full.
I don't know, it still feels a little clunky, but... Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, the build's still a bit clunky. I just don't know exactly how, like, I don't know what makes it to where we can block longer. So I thought it might have been stun threshold, but then you also see, like, stagger, 50% reduced stagger or whatever on one of the skill trees. But there's not that many stats like that. Like, how do you increase your stagger? Like, if it was connected to armor or something, I think I would understand a little bit more. Hey, girl.
Do whatever it takes.
What we got? 36% reduced ignite duration on you. We've been getting a lot of spirit armors recently. Like a lot of spirit armors in this area. It's crazy.
Don't think that will go down.
Hello. Would you like to buy some chocolate?
I will tell your tale. Take your
I will
time.
tell you tale. I think we need to drop the Lightning Herald skill, even though it looks awesome, and get Thorn body armor. Thorn physical damage.
Warm nights.
What have you learned?
We all got regrets.
It's 32, so like 70-something% increased thorn damage. It's alright, it's not anything crazy. If I don't do that, then I can increase my armor. Or I can start getting this. I think we still need a base ignite chance, don't we? Oh, we gotta go here. Wait, we have to get to this. Maybe. We want this anyway. We want this. And we want this for thorns. Because that's 25, 30, 40, 50% increase. Yeah, 30% increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. So this is what we want. Element damage might work with our fire. So 12% increased fire damage would work for our ignite. Fire damage. Elemental damage would be fine. And then this, 30% increased damage with hits against shocked enemies. So we want this here. Shock duration, lightning damage. So if we get this tree, if we can find a way to shock, ignite, and freeze, just with this, we could get like 100% increased damage. Which would be nuts. And there's stun build up here as well. So I think this line here is what we want for thorns. How do we get there though? Do we go around or do we go through here? Because we could potentially want this, but it isn't that useful. But the extra block chance and defense here could be nice. Because we don't have to get this, but I mean it would give us mana. And then right down here, what do we got? Increased fire damage, chance to ignite, fire damage, penetrates fire resistance, magnitude. I don't know if we need this, but it would be interesting. Because that means that we could go here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it'd be a waste of points, maybe. I know that we want this anyway, though. And then this we probably want. This that we want. This we want. And I'm pretty sure we're coming up through here somewhere. We know we want this, and then we want this, so we're going to be coming up through here. And then we're probably going to want this. So we'll go here, 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 here. And we want this. And then we can go through the elemental resistances. Drop down and grab all this physical damage. Drop down and grab this. Drop down and grab this. Drop down and grab this. And then I guess that would save us like 2 or 3 points. Although change of tides, increased skill effect duration. I wonder if that affects thorns. Keep our thorns longer. We need to find a way to like have our thorns stay no matter what we do. But I guess we should just continue through here. We can go ahead and get here and grab these and then just work through here and then rotate around. What's up, Emma? Welcome back. Speak to Boob Lady.
The Ferryden have assembled a tremendous dreadnought.
Hey,
As
girl.
we speak, it is barreling through the...
Been a while since I've been to war. It's like...
We now have their trail. They will not... You have your orders.
What can I do here? Why do we have... We still have fire resistance. We need to go to, like... Probably lightning resistance, I would assume.
Hello! I will tell your tale.
They will not escape. You shall not escape. Kamiwa Shinchilio.
Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter
You're
what.
paying. Whatever you say, boss.
This might be a little rough.
This war ends today. One way or another.
Okay. It's because I don't have any fire resistance. This is why I want more flask-like things. 'Cause I feel like the flask things are, like, underestimated. Flasks would have, like, increased flask charges, but, like, increased flask effects would be nice. Like, I know there's a flask that can, like, right now we could have one that can give us, like, 700 health over 3 seconds. Which is more than our whole life total. And if we increase that where we were getting, like, 2,000 or 3,000 health over, like... Basically, your health would never go off of, max. It would always be maxed out. And then you could have life, those traits that increase your damage at max life. I was trying to figure out a combo right there, because it seems like I could use Poison Arrow and the Shield Bash, and then jump, and it would allow me to keep breaking the armor over and over. Kind of clunky, though. Arrow is still fucking good, like thorns and arrow. Really good.
Need more mana.
A lot of flexibility with the bow, man. I just don't know what combos I could really use with this guy right now. And my thorn damage is, I don't know, 100 maybe when it's maxed. Which is like, kind of better than my weapon, really. But you gotta really think about it, is like, when I'm using the thorn damage, I'm using the thorn with my shield. You can't block when you're using... Well, you can passively block, I guess, but you can't 100% block early with your shield up. I feel like I need to change my buttons on this build, because like I keep pushing the wrong thing. So let's go ahead and grab this. So we'll go for strength. Get us access to some ignite, and then we can see if thorns can cause ignite. That'd be great. I feel like with thorns though, like right now, for example, I feel like if we had the bonuses to flasks, it would help us so much, because like the flask gives us so much more regeneration. Like you see how this flask right here, it's like it's keeping up, but just barely. But if we had these pathways, these things over here or whatever that increase our flask durations and stuff, wherever they are, it would be so fucking good. Like we still have to go through here and get this. And then I think we were wanting to get this. 50% chance to shock. So like we want this tree. Skill effect duration, there's still more of those. 50% increased evasion rating if you consumed a frenzy charge recently. I wonder if you convert your evasion into armor, if this still applies to that or not. Because that could be potentially a 50% armor increase. But like this, increasing your mana flask charges, this down here, 2% of life when you use a mana flask. Flask and charge charges gained. 40% increased life and mana recovery from flask while you have an active charm. Like, they just seem so good. Block recovery. Stuff like this down here. 10% life recovery from flasks. Flask gain charges per second. So like this right here would be really good just in general. 15% increased life flask charges gained. Charges gained. 30% increased life regeneration rate during effect of any flask. Stuff like this. Because you're getting like more flasks, which gives you more life, and then this gives you more regen while you're using a flask. So it's just, I feel like it would be so good. 10% life recovery, 25 increased life recovery from flasks when used on low life. Regenerate 1% of life per second while you've used a life flask in the past 10 seconds. Like these two trees I think would be really good. And we want this anyway. We got like two directions that we're needing to go. We need to take all this shit over here, and we need all this shit over here. And I just don't think we have enough room on the skill tree for it. I really don't.
Next.
rage on melee hits. I can only hope that the thorns applies burning, but probably won't. Jesus. See how much damage we just did? So you do poison arrow, block, jump, uppercut, poison arrow, jump, poison arrow, block, jump, uppercut, poison arrow, block, jump. Poison arrow, jump, uppercut, poison arrow, block, jump, poison arrow. Poison arrow, jump, poison arrow, uppercut, jump, poison arrow, uppercut, poison arrow, jump, poison arrow, uppercut. There we go. I mean, we're doing good damage with the thorns. It's thorns and poison, basically. But also, if we ignite, could that detonate the poison? Like, if we use Poison Cloud, and we jump in, and we're able to ignite an enemy, would that ignite, then detonate the poison for more damage? That would be good. So, Poison Arrow, block, jump, Poison Arrow, jump, Poison Arrow, uppercut, Poison Arrow, jump, block, uppercut, Poison Arrow, jump. Mana issues, the block might help. How much is this? 15 mana per second. If we get 2 mana per block, we would have to have 7 people attack us to get our mana back for using this. Unless we put our basic block back on. We're burning through a shit ton of flasks with this. So I think we really need some flask recovery. But it's just like there's so many stat points that we just don't have access to. I don't like access points so much, but I mean, I guess if we do this, we could always go back to town and refill our flask. But it's not like time efficient, I would say.
How can I be of aid?
Need something? Here for a story?
We're not using our other shield block ability either. If we had our block chance high enough, because like right now it's 26%. If we got it up to like 70% or something, then we wouldn't have to necessarily active block. And it would keep us from getting like knocked on our ass, because we can only block for like a couple of seconds actively in a group. We're actually breaking armor pretty good without the bow right there, to be honest. Let me see. So, like, if we did +1 poison, 50% poison on hit. So if we do that and we do corrosive, break armor, +1 poisons. So let's try this with resonating shield instead. Make things a little bit more streamlined, maybe. So jump in. Now we have to do this, and then you would jump in. It's not as clean. It's definitely not as clean. It's not as clean, but like it's easier to use, if that makes any sense. Because you go with the shield charge and then they're kind of like knocked on their ass, and then you do that, but you don't get as much armor break either. Like we're not at max charges. Poison from supported skills adds 200% of damage per second to enemy as plague, up to a maximum of 10% of enemy's max life. So I think we only get use of that if we put it on the poison arrow, but you can see the increase. So now we get 15% chance to ignite.